You guys, today I'm starting back on the van build. One thing that I've noticed these past couple of days is I need to get my mindset back on the build. The main thing that I'm going to be working on today is installing my new refrigerator. I went the other day, I bought one, and I've got to go in and get all that hooked up and frame around it a little bit. However, before I start that, I want to get my bed taken care of. I mentioned, gosh, it's been quite a while ago now, that I needed to change the boards out that were underneath my mattress so that I could have a little bit more airflow under there to keep mold from forming. So I went and bought some 1x4s, so I'm going to cut those down and install those underneath my mattress just to help with some airflow. This will also be a perfect time to wash my sheets. So I think this is going to be a whole lot better, and now I don't have to worry about mold forming up underneath my mattress. So now that that's done, I can go ahead and get started on my refrigerator. Okay, now obviously my refrigerator is going to be going in this spot right here. I've already got the boards cut that I need. I have two down here that the refrigerator will sit on, and then I have one right here that'll go along this edge right here to kind of fill in the gaps. Hopefully I measured everything right and everything fits perfectly. We'll see. One thing I am going to have to do is remove this top piece right here so that the refrigerator will fit. I've got two screws over here on this side that I'm going to remove, and then I'm just going to have to cut it right here. Well, I was trying to do this without having to take everything apart, but I had to take my TV off, pull the kitchen cabinet out, and remove the countertop up there, and I was very limited on space, so I didn't film any of that. But I used a jigsaw. That first saw I was using was a pain, so I went and got the jigsaw and cut the top piece off of here, and now I'm ready to put my refrigerator in. I'm going to go ahead and put it in before I put the wood piece over here on the side, just in case I don't really need that. I don't want to put it on there and then not have enough room, so I'm just going to put the fridge in here now and see what it looks like. Oh, hold on. I need to vacuum out all that sawdust. Hold on. Okay, let's try this again. Well, I'm glad I didn't put that wood piece in there because I don't think there's enough room for it. That's too far. Just a hair. Alright, so now it's in, and I know the light is a little harsh right now, so hopefully you can see it, but there's not enough space over here for that wood piece, so I'm glad I didn't put that in. So I'll put some screws in the back here underneath the sink to kind of secure it, and then it shouldn't go anywhere. So I was going to put this 1x2 in sideways right here to kind of fill in that gap, but it's going to be a really tight fit, and if I need to pull this refrigerator out for any reason, it's going to be a pain. So I think what I'm going to do, I've cut another piece down to size, and I think I'm going to paint this white and just put that up as a trim piece. I think that'll look really good. The trim piece up, and I like the look of it. I think it makes it look a little bit better than having a big gap on this side. And let me get my fan out of the way here. By the way, this fan has been a lifesaver in this heat. It's been pretty hot here even at night, so having this fan has been nice. Eventually I'll have one back in the back corner over there, but until then, I'm just gonna have to deal with this one being in the way all the time. But even with the trim up, the door still opens all the way, so it's not in the way at all. Now once the screw hole's dry, I'll do some touch-up painting, and I've got some other areas. I put a sticker right here because I thought about putting stickers on the back of this bench seat, but I decided not to. I decided to put the stickers somewhere else, and one of the stickers left a spot here, so I need to paint over that. And then I've got some other touch-up painting to do as well. Also, I don't remember if I've mentioned this yet or not, but this backsplash is going away. I'm gonna replace it with something else, because on my trip, I've already lost a piece of it. When I put the backsplash up, I mentioned that it was real fragile, but I wanted to test it out before scrapping it. Well, there's pieces already falling off of it, so it's gotta go. I have found something else that I'm gonna put up there, so once that comes in, I will be installing that. So I've got my bed sorted, I got my refrigerator installed, and I got a little bit of painting done. So I think I'm gonna call it a day. One thing that I've noticed these past couple of days is I need to get my mindset back on the build. I'm not gonna lie, this video was a struggle. Don't get me wrong, I absolutely have enjoyed this build. I love it. I went on that trip and I had a feeling this was gonna happen. I went on that road trip and I'm ready to get back out on the road again. I really want to get this build done, but I want to take my time with it. I don't want to rush it and do things wrong. So I've just got to get my mindset back on the build. I started it back in September of last year, so we're pushing a year since I started this build, and I just need to get it done. One thing that I did want to mention about my refrigerator, this is the cheaper option to go with. I at first was going to go with a 12-volt refrigerator. That's quite a bit more expensive. However, I've seen other people put just regular mini fridges in their vans and hooked it up to their inverter, and it worked just fine. So I'm going to kind of test this out. If it doesn't work, then I'll probably end up getting a more expensive one later and just do something else with this refrigerator. I don't know. This one wasn't very expensive, so I wouldn't be out that much money. I just wanted to test it first. I wanted to hook it up to my inverter, see if everything's going to work. If it does, great. But if it doesn't, at least I know, and then I can get a more expensive one later. I'm just excited to have a refrigerator in my van now. Now I don't have to haul around that big ice chest and replace the ice in it every couple of days. I'm very excited for this. But anyway, that's where I'm going to end it this week. I really appreciate you all watching this video and following along with me on this journey. This has been such an awesome experience, and now that I've been on a 2-week road trip, I'm ready to get back out there so bad. But if you haven't already, make sure to hit the subscribe button and follow along, and I will see you next Tuesday.